I used to practice in Chepauk. Yeah, cricket is your muscle memory. Some batsman gets going, it's okay, but you can still choke it from the other end. We know that we are going to dominate, so we were okay. We'll dominate with whatever we have. When you get back not out, unbeaten for like 4 games, 5 games straight, and that's a good feeling.
Of all other sports, why did you choose cricket?
There is a very serious story behind that. I haven't told anybody. At least in the last 15 years, I have not spoke about this. I was like good 15 yards behind the stumps. First ball on my chest, and I just fainted. My team used to say that probably after the game we have to take Ganesh to the hospital. Childhood did not give me thoughts to, or even did not have the awareness to think about a sport and then do well in a sport and then become big. Nothing like that. I did not have that. I opened with a player who was competing with MS Dhoni. All my friends are playing TNPL. Like I said, Ashwin, DK, Woodley, Vijay. They all play TNPL. 2007, 6, like that. At that time, it was a long shot. That is when I started feeling that okay, now I have to start picking up again. Playing. So my coach, he had an academy, and most of the times he doesn't show up. Thanks to those two guys who actually made me feel miserable for those summer holidays and everything. Then the next summer I played for the six, and I was like, great.
Do you have any plans or intention to become a full-time coach? Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Extra Innings. Today I have another special guest, a mentor, an unpaid coach. I've got my first 50 after working on my technique in the nets with him. I've got a fifer in Arizona after working on my in-swingers with him. And the biggest of all, scoring 100 in a Vegas league after understanding how to build an innings from him. Mr. Ganesh Kumar. It's a pleasure having him on the show. Enjoy the episode.
Gani bro, firstly, congrats on winning the league. You've been trying it for so long. I think is it the first time Archers won the league?
Yeah.
I think your team was well deserving because the way you guys were planning and practicing, I think you were the deserving team. What did you think? What do you think has went right this time?
I think we had a great team to start with. All these seasons, I mean, like this 4 years in Vegas, what I felt is even though we had like few players who can win the game, but it's not just um, uh, it's not always an individual performance sport. This is right because you know how important all other things. Like as a batsman, if I look at myself as a batsman, wicketkeeper, I can do everything what I can do, but fielding, the catching, bowling with the discipline and all those things. I think it's a long journey. Like the winning 11 or the winning squad we had this time is not just which was formed for this year.
Right.
It's about like we learned our lessons. People started realizing that it's about supporting each other, and also started believing that that like you cannot just wish to win, right? The game is going to just swing like a pendulum. It's going to swing from your side to the other side to your side. But you gotta hold your nerves. You gotta keep doing the right things. And when it comes, when it swings your side, you should seize the opportunity. You have to take it, right, because you'll have great starts and then you'll have a collapse. And so the one thing I was continue to tell is like it's like we gotta believe that we will pick up from wherever we are and then play as a unit and win this game, right? One game at a time. That's what we thought, and everybody, like the entire squad is somebody who has experienced playing the playoffs, losing it. Like we lost quite a few playoffs, like where we were dominating, and then unexpectedly we lost. And even in this tournament, there were games that we dominated completely, but we lost.
Right.
It's good that we had those losses because unless you have those, You cannot keep riding on the winning momentum. You gotta also do a reality check of what could happen, right? I think that all helped us to get to a point where, okay, so it's not just we want to win it. We also have to, do the basics. Gotta, practice, stay fit. Uh, Most importantly, it's not the skill. It's about like how you can handle pressure.
Mm.
Whether you have a calm head on your shoulders. All those things are very important. Like because we are not learning cricket overnight. Like I go to the nets, I learn something, and I come back tomorrow and I implement. I'll win the game. It's not like that. So yes, over the period we practice, we work on areas where we want to improve, but at the same time, I think it's about handling pressure because your cricket is your muscle memory.
Right.
The moment you let your body do it, automatically you will do what you're capable of. Right? Sometimes the mind is the one which stops you from doing it. The mind is the one which will keep questioning your abilities. It starts making you feel that, oh, am I going to lose? For example, like you go for a catch, you'll think like, am I going to take it? Am I not going to take it? But when you don't think anything, you'll just do it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's very important actually. That's what I think this time, this whole journey, long season, we were together. Most importantly, especially in a place like this where it is difficult to maintain a roster and play like 20 weeks straight. Availability is very critical, right? Because we all know that everybody has something or the other thing going on, and something or the other thing might suddenly show up, right? Like it happened for me on the finals. So, but I know I'm very proud and happy that without me being on the field, the team able to pull it off. Um, Great. Hats off to all the hard work they did.
Perfect.
That's the only thing I can say about that.
I'm truly happy for you guys
You should.
performing.
Yeah.
So speaking of mind, so you had like a pretty bad loss just before the playoffs, like chasing, defending 250, and then you guys
Mhm.
still lost. So as someone who's leading the team with Hamir, how did you go about handling the team? Getting the guys out of that loss and then preparing them for the playoffs. How did you go about it?
See, like I said, we were not happy that we lost. Like we lost, yes, obviously, yes. It is not a good feeling, but I felt that that was necessary for the team. Like I said, it is needed to check because a couple of times we did that, going down the wrong path of letting the go away game go away from us, right? So it was okay, but from my perspective, I was injured that day. I think I scored some 90 odd runs that day. I could have easily got 100. I was not interested in getting 100. We wanted to be at number two so that we don't play too many games in the hot summer, right, during June. That was the only idea.
Right.
We were not worried about, or me or the team, we were not worried about facing anybody at all. We know that, and all the games, if you see, there were like one match winner like that, right? But the idea of getting into the playoffs is like we'll have 2 or 3 match winners. Man, like we 100% knew that if 3 guys from the bat perform, and 3 bowlers perform, and I think you will have a mountain to climb. That's what our opinion was, and we were very confident about it. And obviously Amir being a fresh captain, young, he's done an amazing job, like on the field, off the field. The team's camaraderie and everything what he did is something which I haven't seen in a long time. I haven't seen a captain who has held. You'll have different characters in the team.
Mm.
So he made sure that the people in the team, like we all like brothers. We felt really, actually we are not able to sit at home. We just literally want to meet each other at least once in a week, right? So he did a great job. Specifically to that game, what I felt is I was injured. He took on the wicket keeping role just because he doesn't want me to get worse and worse to the playoff. Right? He stepped up everywhere when the team needed. Maybe sometimes a mind block kind of a situation happens when the runs are flowing. But that is where I felt probably if I would have kept, he would have been an additional fielder. He would have taken some catches, or he could have also bowled to slow down some. Instead of fast bowling, we could have done some spinners, and even like strategically we could have attacked it, because I was sitting outside and I felt like that's fine. Some batsman gets going, it's okay, but you can still choke it from the other end.
Right.
They could have easily let the other batsman who was giving him partnership. Like it's all about like just put pressure and see if we can handle pressure. But I think that's something we missed. But it's okay.
Right.
We wanted to dominate, and we know that we are going to dominate. So we were okay. We'll dominate with whatever we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were the most key and consistent player you've been. I mean, you're always been, but then looking at the past season exclusively, you were pretty consistent. I've gone through your stats for the last league, and it's like you had 735 runs in 15 innings, and then which has 750s and 1 century. Thank God I had got to finally see your century. I was umpiring that match, and I could finally see, because I really wanted, you are a kind of batsman that I could watch all day. So I really wanted to watch you hit a century, and that happened this league. I'm happy for that. And then you had 65 fours, and then 45 sixes, averaging 61.25. How do you keep yourself so consistent every league on league? You, even if you get out with less runs, you come back next match fresh mind, you go at it, you don't hesitate whenever you see a bad ball. How do you keep be consistent?
See, there are two things I look at. How do I get out?
Hmm.
If it is something that a skill issue,
Hmm.
you got to go back, hit the nets, work on it. And if it is something, a mistake you did because you didn't approach it properly, like say taking it on ego, or being aggressive for not like not necessarily for that situation which is required, right? So that's how I see it. I at least I don't feel, I've been like honestly troubled by a lot of bowlers in different leagues and different places, but every time I come back is because I accept what is it.
Mm.
If I think that, oh no, it's just you got me for, it's a fluke and all these things, I know the difference. Like if I'm unable to play versus like, oh, I did a mistake. So that's how I see it. And every time I've stopped chasing stats.
Mm.
Every time I go out to bat, at least for the past 7-8 years, has been like, how do I get to a position? How do I get my team to a position where, um, I can maximize, right? That's what I've thought. Like, be it chasing, I know I can like go aggressive, give a start, and all these things. But at the same time, you got to look at what is the opponent's strength as far as bowling concern, and you got to look at your batting order also to see who is there to come and like get the job done.
Mm.
I've always looked at putting the team in a comfortable position to win. So I've tried. I've been like, I was happy all the first half. I think like I said, 300-400s easily. I was not out. That's a good feeling. I mean, like when you get back not out, unbeaten for like 4 games, 5 games straight,
Right.
and that's a good feeling. So I've always thought about that, and I mix it like the good thing um, is like the foundation, right? I started playing longer format cricket, 3-day crickets and cricket and everything. So for me, the technique is sound.
Mm.
So if I just wanted to hang in there, I can still score like 7-8 runs per over, which is more than enough when you are pacing the innings towards a chase. So for me, like even if I defended well, right on merit, so I get one. Like so that helps a lot, because if I don't have technique, then I have to rely on only boundaries, and
Mm.
like at at some point when you start choking, then you will get into pressure, you'll play a fall shot, and all those things will happen. So I'm fortunate that I came up from that background, unlike the modern cricketers. But I'm very happy with that. So that's how I approach it.
Of all other sports, why did you choose cricket? Tell me that story, where it all began.
Mm, there is a I think there is a very serious story behind that, because I haven't told anybody. At least in the last 15 years, I have not spoke about this. But during my um, first year of playing for my district,
Mhm.
that is when I told somebody that why I wanted to do well in cricket. Right. So we used to play everything. Like we used to play that seven stones, the
Mm,
gilli dandal.
yeah.
We used to play everything, whatever. Like, because I grew up with sisters,
Mm,
cousin sisters, and all in the same house and everything. But uh, cricket is something where in my neighborhood, um, you spend the whole day. You'll just take a bicycle, you go there, you spend the whole day in the ground just because, okay, there is a group of friends we want to go. But there were few seniors there.
mm.
Just rubber ball, tennis ball, cricket, right? But they will literally, if you play the whole day, probably you will bat one ball.
Yeah.
And you will play like 8, 10 games. And you will bat one ball. They won't let you bat. Um, they will, call for a single in the last ball. And then you'll get run out.
Right.
And then it was like, and a couple of guys in that senior group was playing for districts at that time.
Oh, okay.
So I thought like, okay, fine. So this is how you guys want to treat. Then I think I just started working on it at home, like just throw the ball at the wall and then
Mm,
just play, and then played for my school. It all happened in like 2 years span. I played for my school, got an understanding of cricket ball, like a little bit of technique, and then I went on to play senior districts, senior. I mean, like I was like 14 years. I used to represent the 25-year,
mm,
30-year senior district team, and then okay, that actually pushed it. And once you are into one sport and you start doing well, you start liking it, then you'll obviously continue. But up until then, I don't think there was anything like other cricketers do, play for the national team or play for India, nothing like that.
mm,
Like my childhood did not give me thoughts to, or even did not have the awareness to
mm.
think about a sport and then do well in a sport and then become big. Nothing
Right.
like that. I did not have that.
Mm.
It was very normal. I think thanks to those two guys who who actually made me feel miserable for those summer holidays and everything. Then the next summer I played for the six. I was like, great.
Perfect.
That's the story.
What is the highest level of cricket you played in India? Is it for district
So
or?
I played for my districts.
Mhm.
It started like that, school districts, and then I played. Even though I was like the 14-year category, I played all the district levels. Like, so I'll be a part of under 17. I'll be part of under 19. I'll be part of under 22. I'll be part of the senior districts, and then especially wicket keeping helped a lot to be part of those teams. Like,
Mm,
because being young and more importantly having the energy to like do both batting and bowling, batting and wicket keeping, because longer format games you have to keep, right? So that is in my city. Then I started playing city league in Chennai. One of my coaches just referred me to play in Chennai, so we used to travel and play. I was playing third division there,
mm,
city league, and then I went on to score there. I was asked to play for Division Two. That is when I was giving trials for this state team.
mm,
So I was on the probables. I used to play with a lot of familiar Tamil Nadu cricket players. They used to come to Salem, and every time I played with some good stars, I had performed, and it helped actually to get to play for another levels. And I think the other one was my hometown has a steel plant.
mhm.
So there was a steel plant team which they were trying to form, and then I got into that. and then we went to Orissa to represent the Steel Authority of India.
Mm.
So that was also a very good exposure because you can play you can play districts, you can play city leagues, you can go and play in Bangalore, you can go and play in Chennai, but the state level games and then the Steel Authority of India is the one which gave exposure of looking beyond your circle of players.
Mm.
Because when I play districts, I know the entire, say, 250 cricketers
Mm.
who are good. And then when you go to City League, Chennai, again, you know the entire set of people, right? But when you go and play somebody who you don't know, you haven't seen at all, I think that is when, and then the wickets, most probably playing on matting wickets, and then Tamil Nadu wickets don't bounce a lot, and then but when you go there and you play on different conditions, that's where I think it really helped actually to understand the game much better. But Tamil Nadu Province and Steel Authority of India is the highest.
Awesome. So wicket keeping, was it your choice or did your
No,
coach?
absolutely no. So when I was doing this school team, right,
Mm.
there was a friend who was playing for a club, Gymkhana.
Mhm.
It's the number one club in the city. So he said, "You guys are playing cricket ball. Then let me introduce you to club cricket and all." So we went there. Just because nobody was there to like keep wickets in the schools. I was like doing wicket keeping, and I went there. They asked like, "What do you do?" I was like wicket keeping, and then that is when I realized that it's whatever I was doing all these days was not wicket keeping at all.
Uh-huh.
Because there was a guy, his name was Dushyant, and he was like super quick. For that my age, honestly, I felt like I was like good 15 yards behind the stumps.
Right.
First ball on my chest. I was not up to the wickets.
Right.
First ball on my chest,
Wow.
and I just fainted.
Ooh.
Done. And I was like, dude, I just saw him like lift his hand, and then off the wicket, I didn't know what happened. It just came like bullet, like, and then okay, so it's like that. Obviously, um, it pace is something like you learn by training your mind to see it, right?
Mm.
I don't know if you have heard that um, insects have the ability of seeing things very slow. Like for
Oh.
example, you try to hit a bee or kill a bee, the
Okay.
bee always escapes,
Uh-huh.
even though how fast you are.
Right.
The reason is for them it's not quick.
Mm.
Similarly, I've experienced this when I got hit. Okay, then they all help me spray this, that, and all, drink water and everything. I stood up and I started collecting the ball. I was like hitting the fingers. I was like hitting my arms and everything. And then I was able to do up to the wickets for the same guy
Mm.
in a span of a month. Um, and even I think that is what I even do today.
Mhm.
Because sometimes if I am challenged by pace with a ball, if a bowler is challenging me with pace, what I do is I just go get a bowling machine or something and just like let the ball go through. Like you don't have to bat. You just stand there, take your stance, let the ball go through 20-25 balls, 140 clicks. Okay. And then change the direction for the ball where you have to start playing. And then you start playing it, you'll be able to play it. But the first 25 balls, if I don't let go, I would have broke my bat. It would have been miserable. I wouldn't have learned how to play pace, right? So I think that wicket keeping incident learned. I learned from that is like it is all about how you start seeing things happening slow.
Mm.
That is
Interesting.
because you see a lot of things. And same, I mean, like you go in a car, right?
Mm.
You keep driving at 150, 160, whatever, and then you'll feel that is normal for you. You
Normal.
will have control of the lanes and everything.
Mm.
Imagine you're new, like you drive at 150, 160, you will probably crash.
Right.
That's because your mind doesn't know how to react, and your mind doesn't start thinking what is going to happen. So, it's all like that. So for me, I felt that wicket keeping was not my choice.
Mm.
I'm made into a wicket keeper, but I'm happy that I was able to be one of the best wicket keepers in the city for a long time.
Mm.
So you will dive fall to stop the ball when it is actually needed.
Yeah.
Like it's an edge, it's just flying, and then you can do your dives. But normal gathering, how big the wide is, how wide the ball is, whatever it is, you have to use your footwork to collect the ball. And even when I coach everybody, I just make sure that they are having enough time to move laterally.
Mm.
And then when the edge is there, you're able to take off and dive and take those catches. So all those things happen. And since then, wicketkeeper, batsman.
Awesome.
That's it.
So apart from bowler pace, how did keeping helped you in the batting?
See, seeing the ball is very important.
Mm.
And seeing the ball, the revs, the seam positions, the bowler's action, it gives a lot of insights on how the ball behaves. Honestly, I think wicket keeping is one of the reasons where I'm able to bat well,
Mm.
because it gives you that warm up of sighting. Like I said, you keep seeing it, you'll be able to see it very clearly, right? So that is something. I'm actually a very good question. Actually, it actually helps the batters if you're a wicket keeper.
Mm.
It helps you to judge the pace, bounce. It helps you to learn what your bowlers are doing, right, wrong, all those things. It gives a lot of insights if you're a wicketkeeper.
Right. So you said you had no plans of playing for like for the country and stuff like that. Was it because what time period was it? Was it was definitely before the IPL, but what time period was it?
See, all my friends are playing TNPL
Mm.
now. Whoever
Okay.
was playing with me in the club,
Oh, okay.
even state, like I said, Ashwin, DK,
Mm.
Murli Vijay, they all play TNPL.
Right.
When I was actually good, trying to compete and do well and all those things, it's probably 2007, 6, like that.
Mm.
And at that time, it was a long shot.
Mm.
Like, okay, you play for the state. I played few games, but after that, and I look at some stats, like somebody has like 10 hundreds in a state tournament, and they don't even play anything after that.
Mm.
It's the grind is a lot.
Okay.
And if you come from a family where you have to earn,
Mm. Mm.
so you gotta give up on something. So it was a very easy decision for me.
Right.
I thought like, okay, cricket will help me to you know reflect on what my character is,
Mm.
and then it will help me to do a lot of other things. It will keep me fit. It will help me network. It will help me to do a lot of other things. So I took all those positives. The other side is like gone.
Mm.
But if there was TNPL,
Mm.
and if I had known that this is something which I can also do,
Right.
obviously I would have given a shot. Because my friends, even today, the number 7, number 8 batter in my team, when I open, he's seen a lot of hundreds I've scored, but he's playing. I mean, like, he's been appreciated. He's doing well. It's a good feeling.
Right.
So it's like that. So you got to take some decisions at times, and it is okay.
Mm.
And
So
I don't feel it's okay as long as you're playing good cricket,
right.
keeps you happy. It's okay.
So did you also play corporate leagues?
I
in-
did.
Mhm.
I think that's when my good cricket started getting
Uh-huh.
screwed up, because I missed all the important games and started
Mm.
playing corporate, the habits,
Mm.
and then the discipline part and everything. Because um, even I was not allowed to play for corporate
Mm.
leagues because of the division I was representing.
Okay.
Corporate leagues has rules that you cannot have anybody higher than 3 or 2, like that, right?
Mm.
And then especially when you're part of the state province and all, they won't allow you to play. But I did go, played a lot of corporate cricket, had fun.
Mm.
I think I had a very good networking also because of that.
Mm.
Corporate cricket was the last cricket I played before I came to the US.
So when did you come to the US?
I came here in 2015. It's 10 years now.
Wow. So did you write? Did you? Okay, it's the common question I wanted to ask. That did you know that cricket was there in 2015 in the US? That did you expect to play here?
No, I don't even know where is US on the globe. Seriously.
Okay.
So one of my friend, brother, boss on the HR side,
Mm.
he keeps asking me when I go for the corporate games. He keeps asking me like, when are you flying?
Okay.
I said like, no. When they said they will nominate visa for this year,
Uh,
and then it kept happening for 2 cycles. And then he called me and said like, what are you telling, man? Your team is not nominating you.
oh.
And then he said like, you are flying this year, and then he got it nominated
Mhm.
on behalf of from the HR side. He pushed, and he got me nominated. And I even asked him like, what is this like 10, 12 digit number, some WACE has come to my email. What is that?
Yeah.
And then he said, congratulations, you've been like picked in the lottery. Not everybody gets it on the first time.
Mm.
I was like, okay.
Mhm.
And then even after like submitting the documents, waiting for approvals, stamping, all those things, I do not care to take a look at the globe and see where is US. What is
Wow.
I
Okay.
just landed in LA,
Uh-huh.
then started figuring out things like, okay, it's much easier to travel, know about all the
Mm.
places.
So you were ready to give up cricket and then come here
I
without.
already gave up, right? When I was
But then you're still playing the corporate league. Some
corporate,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So I know. I asked the same, my friend and boss and everybody. I asked
Mm.
him like, is a cricket? Yeah, yeah. He said like there should be a lot of people started sharing insights on how cricket is here and everything. So I did come up. Um, I did come here packing my jerseys.
Mm.
I came with whites,
Okay.
my corporate whites and all other whites I had. I just got few sets, and then I came here, and then all I was able to find was tennis ball
Yeah,
to start with. Everybody said like, "Oh, you play cricket? Let's go."
true. Yeah.
And then I go, there will be tennis ball. I was like, okay. And then finally, I got a contact where I played for Orange County in LA First Division.
Mm.
I played a good full season there. That was a very good experience. And that is when I started feeling that okay, now I have to start
Mm.
picking up again and playing, because after corporate, okay, challenging cricket, first division, turf wickets, good grounds.
Mm.
Actually, you don't get that good grounds often when you play.
Right.
You'll have all bumpy fields and everything. And this was like, okay,
Mm.
big grounds too. And like in India, the grounds are a bit smaller, but the bowling quality is higher. So the size of the ground is okay. But here, the grounds are big. So I felt good actually. Woodley was my most of my games were in Woodley, and then few games on Orange County,
Mm.
and in around. That's how first cricket ball in US was Woodley.
So, yeah, I love Woodley. I forgot to ask. Did you play in any of the international stadiums in India?
I used to practice in Chepauk.
Chepauk. Okay. Mm.
My team had a dedicated nets. Usually, how that's how the league works. Like
Mm.
teams will be allotted grounds, home grounds, and things. So I practiced regularly in Chepauk. Played a few games in Chepauk, but other than that, not at all.
After Orange County, where did you play? Where did you play the next league?
LA to Phoenix.
Phoenix. Mm-hmm.
Phoenix was not a good experience for me, honestly, because they didn't have good wickets.
Mm.
They just laid the mat on the grass.
Okay.
It did not actually. You know that you can perform. You look at the bowling quality, and you know that you can perform. You can do. You can just have some great runs and everything. But the wicket was not very supportive. I think I played some 10, 15 games there, and
Mm.
then I probably had success for like a couple of games.
Mm.
And that too, I mean, like, you will not even know. You will, unless there are other grounds where there is astroturf, where people consistently score, and then when people see me in the nets, they'll say like, "This guy is brilliant." And then when I go into the game, like it'll be like, yeah, the wickets are not wickets.
Right. Yeah.
That's like you. Yeah, I would say you're just playing on. I mean, like you're just playing on some bumpy, vacant spot. That's
Playing
how it
tennis
is.
ball in baseball courts.
That is at least okay. Here, see the problem in tennis ball, what will happen when you go play in baseball fields, you know by looking at it. Is it like tight? Is the soil tight, loose? Is it like up and down? So you at least know which areas. Man, this is a mat. From on top, you look like, okay, you have a matting wicket. You walk, suddenly your leg will go inside. And then when the bowler bowls, you will not know which is going to just climb and which is just going to stay low.
Yeah.
And wicket keeping was very difficult. And I was very successful in keeping in Phoenix because of the technique I had. And probably I would have, had surgeries in my face like many times if you keep wickets in Phoenix, especially those days. Like my team used to say that probably after the game we have to take Ganesh to the hospital because sometimes it just after the bowler bowls it just comes right rolling there, and then suddenly when it comes close to you, it hits a stone and bombs and everything. You can't gather those balls, right? So what I did a great job in wicket keeping there, and I think that helped me to at least stay in the game.
Right.
Like, okay, otherwise if my batting is failing and my keeping is also failing, then there's no point, right? So I was at least contributing on that front, so it was helpful. But I don't think a lot of keepers can actually keep that kind of condition.
Right.
Unless you play in very tough conditions back in India, you can't have that. Because the technique is you can't just stay up. You have to stay low. And then you have to get up with the ball. As much as the ball is climbing, you also have to be climbing up.
Right.
But if you're up and the ball rolls and done, you can't do anything. You just have to stop with your pads, and after that, you'll never know where the ball is gonna go. So it's very difficult actually.
So, how was the quality of cricket coming from India? How did you find the quality of cricket back then?
LA was good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It was I opened with a player who was competing with MS Dhoni. He was also part of the IPL auctions and everything.
Okay.
So I opened with him throughout the season. Gave me a very good experience because he was too good to watch. He was very nice on the ice. He was too good to watch, and he backed me, supported me. We had some good partnerships. I felt it was good. But when I went to Phoenix, then I felt like, okay, it's not like always you're gonna play great team, great
Right.
competition. Not like that. There are some weak teams. There are like mostly weak teams, great teams like that, right? So it started being a mixture and everything. Connecticut. When I went to Connecticut, I felt it was good. Atlanta was too good, very competitive. I feel this has given a different version actually because here, because this place is a hub where a lot of people come from different places, right?
Right.
There's a lot of talent here. At least from the exposure standpoint, you will get exposure, and if you have the real talent, you will step up and play good cricket. Otherwise, like I would say, 50% of the time you just play very average or below average cricket. Only when you play good leagues in good places where uh, like a lot of cricket happens, I think that's where you'll actually see quality.
Right. So after 10 years, how do you see the change in quality of cricket? So when was the last time you played in big leagues? For example, in LA, when was the last time you played there?
No, LA was done. I moved out of LA. I didn't play, but I think I played in Atlanta. That was, I think, the last. Uh, I would say the recognizable league because Atlanta had a minor league team. We had players who we all played together, and Atlanta also had the team which I was playing had three or four national players who are playing currently in the US team. So the quality of cricket was good there. I think that's the last. I think 2021 was the last I played
Right.
that level of cricket. Good spinners, good fast bowlers, very good fielders. Chances of it's a different cricket altogether. Like you gotta be good actually.
How does your body reflects to the cricket right now?
Recovery is being tough now.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I used to play back to back 50 overs game, travel overnight, score runs,
Mm.
and then still be okay to come back to college. But I think now, intentionally and voluntarily, I'm thinking that I gotta give rest
Mm.
because considering that I gotta come back to work, I can't be tired,
Right.
and then reflexes and all. I still feel that if I practice, stay fit,
Mm.
I think I'm still okay with those things. I think it's more than reflexes. I would say the longevity of efforts you can put.
Mm.
So let's say like you have to keep for 50 overs versus 20 overs. So 50 overs is going to be difficult.
Right.
But it's not too long ago. I kept for a 40 over game. So it's not a thing. But it all adds up, right? Because you play a majority role throughout the game by doing squats as wicketkeeper, and then you go open the bat. Your footwork has to be on spot,
Right.
spot on, and so that I'm seeing challenges, but I think it's all about like how you train yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it will slow down, but as of now, I'm feeling like see, whenever I want to go, whenever I see a crucial game, my reflexes are great. I'm able to grab the ball like how far it is. I don't mind. I'm able to go and grab it, um, but how long and how many overs I can do that,
Mm.
that's going to be a problem. So you got to be fit.
Right. So, how do you keep yourself fit then? Do you have any training routine per se? Like for during the season, you keep one sort of training.
Regular gym,
Mm-hmm.
regular gym is one, and then practice sessions are one, and then match itself. Like when you play, start the season, you keep wickets, match itself, and then you know that we do a lot of other practices also. But I think off late, at least past 5 6 years, I haven't got a chance to do a wicket keeping
Mm.
practice session at all.
Mm.
I've been thinking like when I go to the nets, I wanted to keep because those days the routine used to be like mostly open nets. Indoor nets is something which is not my favorite, but open nets. And every time I go for an open nets, except the 10 15 minutes I'm batting, I'll be like keeping all the time. So
Mm.
that gives me practice, that keeps me fit, and like when I come to the game, my reflexes and all are good. But now I'm not getting that, and I don't. I'm like, if the league demands, like I said, if I feel that I'm not moving well,
Mm.
obviously I'll go back and start doing.
Mm.
For now, I'm okay.
Yeah, you are.
I think it's sufficient for now.
Yeah.
But I do um, planning to play some 40 overs this year.
Mm.
So we will start preparing for that.
Mm.
I will have to keep
Mm.
because, like I said, I have to bat also. Like so I'll have to keep. So maybe when the Arizona League starts, October, November, probably before that I'll start doing.
Mm.
At least our league will start. Let me see if I can play 2 games.
Right.
Let me see back to back games. See if I can keep 40
Mm.
overs, and that's how I have to.
So.
But once you do it, I think your body
Mm.
will be okay.
Mm.
But you got to do it regularly. You do it this week, and then you give 2 3 weeks break, and then again you do it. Your body's gonna hurt.
Mm. Mm.
So if you are doing a 20 overs wicket keeping this week, next week you got to do minimum 20
Mm.
or more than 20, so that your body keeps getting used to it. Otherwise, you will have all sore muscles and everything. It's going to be very difficult. That's how I am going to get prepared. Like I have to start. Maybe our league will help us to get the wicket keeping going, and then maybe I'll do half of the game wicket keeping there if I don't get to practice here.
Mm.
But otherwise, I'll do the entire. If my batting responsibility is less, I'm okay to do 40 overs. I'll do it.
Mm.
If the batting responsibility is more,
Right.
then I want to keep myself fresh to come back, and especially chasing. Second batting, that's okay.
Right.
I can bat the entire innings and then keep the entire innings. I'm okay. Because it runs in your mind
Mm.
that you're not fresh, you're a little late, your legs are tired and all.
So after the game, how do you? Is there a recovery routine you do after the game? Because we once the season starts, it's like every weekend you have games. So how do you get yourself recovered for the next week?
No. So it's a routine. you can't skip anything.
Mm.
Especially you gotta have you know the rest to recover, but you can't rest continuously. You gotta keep doing the gym routine, and then you also gotta do the practice routine. You gotta keep doing that. So I think that is fine as long as unless you're doing too much.
Mm.
There are days like some days where let's say I had a long innings, had a tough game where I have to just run around do things. It will be tough, but I think if you're doing it week after week and week after week, I think recovery is not a big deal. But if you feel that your recovery is not good, then I think probably take a sauna or take a Epsom salt bath.
Mm.
That will all help you to like get back normal, right? But you can't just screw it up by taking rest.
Mm.
Recovery should be like minimum half a day or next day. That's it. And I don't feel it at all when I play regularly. I don't. That's
Mm.
why I said probably the age question you asked might start showing up
Mm.
because if the recovery takes long time, then obviously you will feel it. For me, it's okay. For me, after the game, the 2-3 hours is what I feel like stiff and everything. But I think the reason for that is we don't do a proper warm down.
Mm.
You do that, and then you will not have that stiffness.
Right.
You will be all active, and then you sit for a chat for 5 minutes, and then you can't get up.
Yeah.
That's all because you don't do a proper warm down. You got to do that warm down, do the right things, refresh, clean up, and then pack your kit, keep your kit clean, and everything. Come back, and then have a nice bath, probably nap or whatever it is, and then fine.
Mm.
But if you miss the warm down, then it's going to be very difficult because you become stiff after that. I'm facing that issues actually these days
Mm.
after the game, but I don't think the next day I'm tired or feeling anything different. It's okay for now.
Do you have any plans or intention to become a full-time coach, cricket coach? Because I'll tell you why. Because you've changed my game, like you flipped my game 180 degrees. I had no idea I was capable of doing so many things in cricket. Um, you you made me a better bowler and you made me a better batsman. All round, I've become a competitive player. So I the way you understand the game and understand the player, and then you give the suggestions on and off the field. I think you have great qualities to become a great coach. So do you have any intentions or plans in the future to become a full time coach?
I uh, I actually wanted to start an academy in Vegas.
Mm.
I was coaching back in Atlanta. We'll go backwards. So here I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the right time to get it all circulated, like send out the flyers,
Right.
registrations, have the ground bookings, and I also had a chat with Tilan on NCA.
Mm-hmm.
He's also very interested to join because for me coaching is fun. I mean, like anything you pass on to the next level,
Mm.
what you learned is a great feeling when you see somebody performing, when you are one of the reasons, not obviously the every reason for you to perform. Obviously your commitment and the hard work you have put in, you have to take the credits for that, honestly. For me, when you make difference,
Mm.
that gives a good feeling, right? So for I wanted to actually, it's been in the mind. My customers are asking when are you starting. I think there are like 25-30 kids already ready to join.
That's a
I
pretty
just
good
need
one.
to I just need to plan a camp.
Mm.
Because of the weather you can't do it throughout,
Right.
and we need to have a place. I think we have a place now which is pretty decent.
Mm.
We need to have a place, and then on top of that a good schedule of where to begin with, what kind of coaching, and then because most of these kids will not be in a position to choose whether they want to become a batter or a bowler or whatever, right? So you got to start identifying that. You got to have a overall designed camp for them,
Mm.
and then the level two or the following camp is when we need to have to start working on individual things. And I also told this that we should start implementing a rule.
Mm.
If me or anybody, like I don't care who's owning it or running it, but I just wanted to be a coach. Obviously it will help us to generate some revenue which we can use towards the league or whatever, right?
Right.
But it will give us an opportunity to grow cricket in Vegas. Not only in Vegas, I mean, like you can coach people like as long as um, I've I've seen like as long as you are able to mentor properly, you can produce any level of cricketer. I'm pretty confident that I can pick up a kid and make that kid play for the national. I'm
Right.
100% sure about that. And so that is what I'm thinking. We wanted to implement something like every team in the league
Mm.
should have a minimum of one junior kid
Right. Yeah.
in the team.
Mm.
So he gets to practice, he or she gets to see the sport with their seniors, right? Who are
Mm.
actually better than them. So that gives them more exposure. And then I have contacts in pretty much every city, great cricketers, Ranji players, national players. I can help them to go fly, have some sessions with them.
Mm.
Maybe 2 or 3 sessions, you might learn something different. Get that exposure, and then also sign up for some leagues where these guys can go and actually, test their talents out.
Right.
So I wanted to do it at that level.
Mm.
So start here, have a proper plan, and then take it to a level where they can play across US, target the minor league, and then from there it's the the parents have to figure out how they wanted to take it up, right?
Right.
And then back in Atlanta I was coaching whichever team I played, I have taken that responsibility of doing. And in Atlanta I used to be like, there'll be teams like you just come and play nets with us,
Mm.
so it helps their team, right? So I used to do that. It all started with back in India.
Mm.
So my coach, he had an academy,
Mhm.
and most of the times he doesn't show up.
Okay.
So he will call me and he will say that 3 p.m. go run the academy.
Okay.
So I used to go there.
Mhm.
So I used to when he was coaching, I was there,
Mm.
and when I go there, most of the times will be like filling in for him.
Mm.
That helped me to actually take the responsibility of coaching. And a lot of people, they come and ask, the kids come. It will be actually really funny, and also how much the parents are interested and investing today to make their kid play cricket, right?
Right.
Because parents used to come and ask me like, sir, can you help him, can
Mm.
you do separate sessions with him? I want him to score runs like you are scoring. What is that difference, your mind? What do you think? They wanted to actually talk, they wanted to make that all those things go through. So I think, see, it's very different than being a textbook cricketer on the ice
Mm.
versus being a match player. That's when I started realizing that okay, different they need a different level of coaching. It's not just 1, 2, 3, 4 front foot, 1, 2, 3, 4 back foot. They also have to start knowing the field placements. They
Right.
have to start knowing playing it soft, because end of the day, runs is important if you're a batter. Same with the bowler. You can't just come and bowl, hit the guy hard length every. You have to start reading. Is he good with the short ball? Is he strong on the off spin? Is he good strong on the pads? So you got to realize then and then learn cricket. You can't just come and say like, oh, this is good length. You bowl here, you're a good bowler. No,
Right.
there are going to be different types of batsmen, and then you're technically sound doesn't mean that you'll score hundreds in every game. You gotta have the neck. You gotta make the opponent bowl to where they want, you want them to bowl,
Mm.
and then also same with the bowling. You gotta play in their minds. It's more like bringing that awareness. I think most of the time when you and I talk, apart from the drills, I'll make you realize things in a more realistic way,
True.
because that helps you to go and perform in the ground. Otherwise, probably you would have hit the nets with me for 1.5 years. You would have probably improved your technique, but your runs would have not answered. I mean, you wouldn't have runs to speak for it.
Mm.
So it's like sometimes, the self realization, exploring things are very important. You can't just get that by textbook coaching.
Right.
You got to take some calculated risks. You got to take some, target
Mm.
certain ballers, target certain areas, and then play like that. So that is the difference in from others coaching versus me coaching.
Right.
But I wanted to really utilize, but let's see.
I have so many things to talk about, but then I think we should do another episode. There's a lot of things in you that I could extract. So yeah, I think we'll end this here, and then hopefully we'll have another session. And there's a lot to talk about.
Definitely.
So
I think it's very interesting also. Like, you and I can talk about cricket.
sure.
You'll get a lot of insights,
Yeah.
because I'm also like, it's a huge book
Yeah.
of knowledge
Right.
and
Right.
things, right? But I'm like, I didn't know like how much time you spend, probably an hour.
Probably not. Yeah.
So I didn't know, like, it was very interesting to answer your question.
All right. Okay, Kani bro, thank you for coming, and we'll
My
see you next.
pleasure.
We'll see you.
We'll do, definitely. We'll
We'll
do
do
one
another
more.
one. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that was the episode for today. Honestly, I can watch him bat or talk cricket with him all day, so I'll have him on the show again. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing for more such stories and share this with your team. See you next episode.